Howdy Tamers, and welcome to another LostinTranslationmon Beatbreak coverage episode. This time we'll be covering Digimon Beatbreak episode 6, The Bond of Parent and Child. I'm Kobias, and I'm once again joined by Guz.
Hello.
Hello. And
What's
yes,
going on?
so I've been able to drag Guz back. Geo is unavailable to join us again, but I'm sure he will at some point in the future.
I mean, that's just what you get for playing Riftbound and other League of Legends related shenanigans, I suppose.
Yeah, I thought it was a Riftbound related thing because that came out and everyone has gone absolutely bonkers over it.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Nerds like nerd stuff. Who would have thunk, huh?
Yeah, I can only financially stick to one card game and one one hobby, and I'm good with the Digimons as my card game. So I'm gonna fight off the need to sneeze, and I'm hopefully gonna be able to read the synopsis without sneezing. Oh, I think I got rid of it. That was really cool. I just had to internalize the sneeze. Anyway, so in episode 6, we continue on from where episode 5 left off. So Glowing Dawn end up showing up, but they're not able to defeat Astamon, so they kind of just peace out. They're like, oh, I guess we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. Meanwhile, the boss tries to sacrifice himself for the town, but is refused by the Koala Gang. Then Glowing Dawn track down the Koala Gang to defeat Astamon, but Pandamon ends up following them. They go to the Mirror World. Pandamon causes Astamon's gun to backfire by kind of shoving his claws in, which was pretty cool. And he kind of tries to sacrifice himself as well, but Gekomon ends up sharing his E-Pulse with Pandamon, so Pandamon doesn't die. The boss shows up, and which is Fujitora from One Piece, because we need to do the One Piece bingo, and demands Pandamon to chew on his arm. And that was episode 6. And what were our highlights for discussions and decisions?
I mean, I'm not going to take yours because I already know what it is because we had a little chat after we watched it together.
Yeah.
Highlights. No, I'm sorry. I can only think of lowlights. I'm so sorry, but it's more of like, stop teasing me about this goddamn Gekomon Digivolution.
No, I actually like that.
I am over being edged about it at this point. Like, it's, give me the damn Digivolution already. I mean, it's just so annoying.
See, that's something I actually really like. I like how we're sort of, I don't think it's necessarily like teasing it. That's just whatever happens whenever they do a power up. We see it with the Mons of the Week, that when their owner, they're called, like the partnered human is just called an owner in this one. So whenever they have emotions, they're like, they hold up and the little chip thing on their hand glows and they go, come on, you can do it. And then it kind of powers them up. Like, I don't think it's necessarily them baiting out like, oh, this could be an evolution, because it is just different to other seasons. And that is just like the power up. So I don't think it's trying to make us think, oh, is it about to evolve? Is it about to evolve? Because I'm sure when that happens, it's going to be like a big song and dance about it. So I'm not necessarily thinking that they're baiting us or anything in that regard, because to be fair, I think I get more baited by thinking that the Mon of the Week is going to evolve when they do their glowing chip, like, power up, we can do it, we can defeat the good guys sort of thing. I actually like how we're not jumping into what I've mentioned in previous episodes being the evolution arc, where every episode we get an evolution, or every second episode we get an evolution, and that's all the characters talk about, that's all the characters are focused on. It happens in Tamers because we already have Renamon and Terriermon able to evolve pretty much before the events of the series, so we have like Takado just talking about evolution and what his evolution would be because he's obsessed with it. We don't have a focus on any of the characters saying, I wonder what my Digimon's evolution's going to be. We don't have anyone sort of thinking about that. They're not like focused on evolution being the only way to win against, the monster of the week. So I kind of like that. I like that we're not like getting a bunch of like new Digimon names, as well as the world that they're still trying to build. They're still trying to develop this world. They're still like giving us little crumbs each week about how things work in this universe, different sort of factions that are going on. There's quite a few things going on behind the scenes. Like there's the Ministry is doing some shady stuff. We've got like these gangs popping up, and we've also got the different cleaner groups that are kind of popping around. So I kind of appreciate that. I mean, it's only in the first 10 episodes still, so if we're like episode 15 and we still haven't seen an evolution from Geckomon, I'm going to be like, that feels a little bit late. But at the moment, we're still fairly early on in the show, so it's not like something I'm going to be chasing by any means. It also, like, it means that we'll get, like, more of a focus on more of the characters other than just, like, learning the evolution names. So that's not something I'm really complaining about or, like, something I'm disheartened by, because I'm sure it will be coming. It would be weird if it's a show where the main character's Digimon just does not evolve.
Oh yeah, no, that would be strange as hell. And we've definitely got a lot more exploration for Toma's character. We've got him linking up with Glowing Dawn. They're sharing information. Like when Reina and Mikado realize that he has useful information for like figuring out the thing that they were on. It's like a whole like, oh my god, awesome! Like you didn't just waste your time getting drunk with a bunch of old people. It's like, yeah, all right, cool. Nice. And you could see like a little bit of reconciliation between them, like just understanding each other, I suppose, a little bit more, which is nice.
Yeah.
But like, oh god, we've had like the tease for the Dark Digivolution. We've had all the other weird little glowy things, and like this time, obviously, towards the end where he like hugs Pandemon. And I was actually really hoping that they would share Repulse. I'm kind of glad that they did that to have them both survive.
That was really cute.
But like I was just so ready to accept like a bruiser sort of chameleon form where he like partway inherits some of Pandemon's abilities, and obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah, if they fused,
Kind of, but yeah, I'm kind of glad they didn't, because one thing that I did right when I started watching the series, I always watch the opening for the first time, and then after that I skip it every subsequent watch.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get spoiled too much.
Yeah.
This time, because I was watching it with you, and you never skip the intro for some reason.
Just because, like, because I'm streaming it in the channel, I'm like, well, other people might care about the intro. I mean, I like it. I think it's a good intro song, and I just like maybe I'll notice something different, because I tend to notice something different each time, like the different features of the gym leaders, I believe you called them.
Yeah, like how there's 5 of them, and they've all got these little diamond sort of things that are all element coded, and then they get assembled into a star, and then we see the old guy. So I'm like, maybe there's a thing that they have to physically unlock when they've done enough cleaner missions to like maybe then Digivolve. Do you know what I mean? Like, because Mikado's still pretty young. We know Reina's been in the game for a little bit, and Kyo's been in the game long enough to earn a reputation.
Yeah.
So
and
I don't know. Maybe they unlock physical keys or something. You know?
Maybe like the 2 people that have the adult level Digimon have been around for the longest, I would assume. So yeah, that's Reina and Kyo. But the interesting thing is that it kind of like usually when a Digimon season comes out, they release the Digivice for the series, and I mentioned it a few episodes ago, I believe, that they haven't released a Digivice toy. And there isn't anything really called a Digivice in this series yet, at the very least. So I'm willing to bet that it is a case of something that does take a little bit longer in this series compared to other seasons, where we just get the Digivice toy fairly early on. It gets like revealed or even released before the series even comes out. So I'm wondering about what... If that has anything to do with it. I wonder if there even is a Digivice for this series, which it would be fairly unique for them not to have a Digivice. Even the games have something called the Digivice, so it's some form of thing that you can...
Like a Time Stranger, it's a phone, and then it's a gun, and then it's
It's a Digiglock. A Glock Vice, if
Yeah.
you will.
Rated E for
Yeah.
everyone.
In this, it's just Astamon who just has he has the gun.
But he shot a lot of bullets and hit a hell of a not a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that movie trope where the more bullets, like, you just can't aim, like, and you're just like, why aren't any of them hitting it? I can't remember what.
Surprisingly accurate when we first saw him, and this time he just went full stop.
I think it was more so because the first time it was unexpected and it was like a non-moving target, and now the targets are moving and are expecting it. It's kind of like not so good.
Yeah.
But it's also that anime thing of like, one, the more bullets, less accuracy. Two, the whole anime thing of the first appearance, they're super, super strong, and then they're kind of like weakened in their second appearance.
Yeah. And Wolvermon being able to outrun bullets is kind of funny.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog over here just sort of running. Sonic the Wolverine, like, just here. She even had like the Sonic legs.
Gotta go fast.
I am forever heartbroken that we got the Sonic X opening in Australia that was different from the American one, so I did not understand the meme, because we had the one that just screams Sonic X over and over and over again, like, increasingly more violent and aggressive ways of saying Sonic X, and then America got
no recollection of that. That's crazy.
It was just Sonic X, Sonic X, Sonic X. That was it. That was the opening.
It sounds like a Nepo Baby music project. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird, because we got the superior. Oh my gosh, the tangents have started. We got the superior card chapter Sakura opening because America got like their own one, but we got an English dub of the Japanese opening. So we got that. But then for like Sonic X, we also got a different one, but it wasn't very good. I mean, it wasn't like the meme of gotta go fast, gotta go faster, faster. We didn't get that. We just got Sonic X being screamed at us to just sort of like, hey.
That explains.
Yep.
That explains why my only connection to that is like Brawl, Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah.
Now, like one of his taunts.
I loved the show. Like, it was a good anime, but it's not.
It was almost as good as Beatbreak.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Why are we incapable of having like a podcast where, like, at least usually we tangent into something else Digimon related. Now we're just talking about like Sonic X for some reason. Like, yeah, I mean, I blame myself for the Sonic reference, but I also blame you for reminding
that
me.
was kind of all you on that one.
Yeah, my bad. Anyway, so something I
Be
did
a better host.
I've been doing it for 10 years. I'm still learning the ropes.
You're still being distracted by shiny things.
Oh yeah, and shiny things in some cases is just a blue hedgehog that goes really, really fast.
Yeah.
Or screams Sonic X at me. So the highlights for me, I mentioned this to Guz earlier, but I really liked the tear physics. Like, there was a lot of tears in this, and they kind of like most of them, they were really accurate, except for Pandamon's, where he was crying, and then all of a sudden he stopped crying, and they just sort of go back up into his eyes, and I'm like, okay, I'll let you have a pass for that one, because the other tear physics have been like, you know, actually flowing. Like, if you're crying in a car, they actually flow with against like the direction of what you're going towards in.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually thought, like when we see him with Kirotmon's Streetlight,
that was cool. I like that too.
Yeah, like the shadow underneath Pandamon's eyes looked like that they had already been damp from crying. I mean, look, if they had have kept that sort of shade there when Pandamon's face became fully illuminated, I'd be like, oh hell yeah, that's such a great attention to detail. But then it was just sort of gone.
Yeah, I mean, they did the same sort of thing with the slobber from Gekomon when he was licking Pandamon's face.
Yeah.
Like in the next scene, there was like the slobber still on his face, and I was kind of like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, they. I mean, look, it could just be a stylistic choice, right? Because obviously we've talked about genre conventions and all that before, and especially me. I don't seem to shut up about it. But there could be specific style guides for Digimon, like per Digimon, right? So if, I'm bringing it back to Sonic, right? there's this thing in a lot of media, right, where it's called the Bible, and it's not a religious thing.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like these are the core fundamental principles of certain
Yeah,
characters, right?
Digimon
Like,
absolutely have style guides. I've seen them. You can even you can even buy them online from I know there's a few on eBay. There's some on from Japan and stuff. They just have a lot of those sort of guides about hey, this is how that character looks. This is them in different positions
yeah,
with different facial emotions and stuff.
yeah, like how Sonic's real name is Sonny the Hedgehog, and it's because he fell into a vat of radiation, and then he became a crazy little furry magnet. But that's part of his story Bible, and I think maybe Pandamon's style guide, or Bible, if you will, for just to keep that going, is that Pandamon cries in that very specific, more sort of generic '90s anime kind of way.
Yeah.
Because it is, like you said, it's stylistically inconsistent.
Yeah. Yeah, it does the T-shaped kind of tears that just stream down the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I do like that we eventually got back to action. I think I think I actually have a few more sort of nitpicks, I guess, with this episode. Like, I did not like that the full thing wasn't combat. I mean, we got a lot of really cool character development, which is great. We got a lot of really good drama stuff. That was awesome. I don't know if we've ever seen someone attempt a seppuku in a Digimon show yet.
Yeah, that was another one of my highlights that I was kind of surprised about.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just we're doing that,
yeah,
baller.
Damn, and also Oji-san ripped. Like, my God.
Oh, that was another one of my highlights. I did not expect this ripped grandpa just to show up and just rip off his shirt. I will die for my town. Did not expect that at all.
Team Oji-san right now.
Yeah, bro just kept on taking his shirt off. He did it at the start when he was just Koala Gang, take my life. But then he also did it at the end when he was like, Pandamon, eat! And just Pandamon just sucks on his arm.
Yeah. Very Drax-coded. Having nipples that are allergic to fabric. Yeah. But, gee, what was I talking about?
We got distracted by the ripped old man. It's okay. It happens.
Yeah, you know what? Love, peace, and bonus, guys. It's just that simple.
I'm dead now.
But no,
you killed me.
Yeah, the story took some wild turns. Seppuku notwithstanding, I was kind of really hoping that the Glowing Dawn didn't show up as early as they did. I really kind of wanted Toma and Gecko to really sort of struggle a bit more. Don't get me wrong, the poor kid's been through hell.
Yeah.
His brother's become a frozen zombie,
a victim of the plot.
His brother's eggs now owned by a monkey. That's a sentence.
That is such a sentence. Oh
yes,
my gosh.
It is. Certainly one of all time. And he's been kidnapped by a bunch of people and forced to work with them while his newfound lizard dog runs around and basically eats everything, or just general criminal nonsense, low-key. It's a lot for this one person to handle, and also thinking that he killed a bitch, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So now he's just sort of oh, wow, this is crazy. But he's still going with it, and I just really wanted to see him sweat a bit more. I would have enjoyed seeing more of that cooler side from the Mafia guy and Astamon, really toying with Toma and Geckomon, really teasing out that they could just easily backhand the pair of them.
Yeah.
And then they came up with a creative solution to get out of that position. I do like what they did with Geckomon kicking the gun away and wrapping up the wings when Astamon goes to block with his all-terrain, super resistant cloak thing, which is resistant to bullets, fire, and screams, which I weren't aware were the three things that I now need my own jacket to be resistant to.
Oh, I've seen your jacket. That is a baller jacket. I'm pretty sure it could be
not
resistant.
Quite immune to fire. Not quite. It's resistant, but it's not immune.
Oh, That's not believing in the power of friendship.
It's really not powered by friendship. It's usually powered by just general unresolved teenage angst. Welcome to
drinks.
Digimon.
Don't forget energy drinks.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. Hold on, I need a sip.
Yeah, just me hanging out with my giant bottle of water, you with your energy drinks. To be fair, if I had an energy drink, I might die. Like,
kidneys are overrated. I don't need them. But, yeah, no, I don't know. I want Toma to suffer a little bit more. I think, at least as when it comes to these battles, right? Like, he hasn't really struggled proper since like the first episode, and he always gets bailed out.
Yeah, he's
always
kind of been handheld through it, and I'm sure that that's what they're working up to for the evolution, is that he has to battle, and he doesn't have like the supporting mon of the week, and he doesn't have the team. Like maybe the team is captured or something, and he doesn't have yet again the pandamon, the support of the week, and he has to actually do a fight himself. He has to like work around that, and then maybe that's when the evolution happens, because previously it's been more like a group effort. I get it, because Astamon is a perfect level, and Pandamon, as far as I recall, is also a perfect level. So that kind of explains why they needed the Pandamon to help in the battle, because otherwise they're just, without Kyo, they only have one adult level and the rest are the rookies. So that I can kind of excuse.
Yeah, no, I get it, but at the same point, I don't know. It doesn't feel fun when the gang rocks up, and then it's just sort of like, all right, cool. Like, I felt myself be taken almost immediately out of the suspense or the tenseness of the episode.
I would agree, yeah.
Because it was just sort of like, yeah, cool, here's back up, and just sort of like all that really good tension on that hook, right, was just sort of like, cool, Mon's here, he's screaming, there's a dog, fire guns, whatever. And then and then the mafia dude's like, oh, I can clearly kill all three of these children, but then just goes, nah, I'm a peace out, see you boys. It's like, dude, what mafia boss do you know that's going to sit there and look at three loose ends and not just go, all right, lock in? Do you know what I mean?
Maybe he felt bad because they're kids.
I mean, I shouldn't say this while it's being recorded, but were I a mafia boss, perhaps I wouldn't be intimidated by three teenagers.
Good point.
And especially when you have a very clear upper hand, and two of them have already had their they've had their teeth knocked in a little bit, right? Like you're at an overwhelming advantage. Don't give them a moment to rest, and I get plot, convenience, whatever. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah,
because that has to happen. Because otherwise the show just ends there.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty short show, but at least we'd say it was a good one.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of been a thing in a lot of Digimon seasons where, like, Devimon had all the kids, like, curled up in bed, and he chose to just kind of, like, let them figure out on their own that it was just a prank bro, and then reveal himself. Like, he could have just murdered those kids in the middle of the night while they were sleeping before Agumon had to go up to go to the bathroom. They were all sleeping at some point. Or, like, when they were all in the hot spring. I'm confident that he could have just or picked them off one by one or something. Like, it's just kind of a thing where the bad guy would be like, I guess I'll just let them figure it out themselves.
Like, Devimon could have killed them at any time because all they needed to do was Anjumon. Do you know what I mean? So it's just sort of like, just get rid of the orange dog and then you're fine.
Yeah. But no, he separated them so they got to have, like, plot and growth and, like, get stronger rather than just.
And Joe got a job.
Yeah. that was in the next separation arc. I'm talking about the Devimon one where Matt and Tai have a punch on. Sora's hat has interesting physics where it can be used as a drum, but later we see it like curled up and folded in a drawer. It's that era.
Oh.
Yeah. You're thinking.
I never thought about that.
Which one? The Sora's hat one or just the?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got no. It's like it doesn't adhere to
It's a
physics.
non-Newtonian fluid.
Yeah, I was just about to say it's a non-Newtonian fluid. No, it doesn't adhere to the physics of us mere mortals. Because it straight up uses a drum. But anyway, oh my gosh, why are we so bad at this?
This is my first time doing any of this. You're the one with 10 years experience.
Yeah, 10 years of... I have 10 years of experience of trying to get myself... Apparently you and I are just like the chaotic energy that I needed to not maintain on topic to a podcast.
You're welcome? Question mark?
I would say it's a thank you, but yeah, so I guess we're in lowlights. So I don't actually have any lowlights, but I absolutely agree with what you're saying. Like, I was a little bit disappointed when I was just like, oh, Glowing Dawn is here, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I actually do think it was really cute that they were like, cool, tell Kyo, and then we get, story B, right? Because there's always two stories, right? The A plot, the B plot, that whole thing. You get to see the B plot, which is like corruption arc, slowly being tackled down by removing the strongest player, so they can handle that with Kyo chasing down the Ministry League, which is very cute. I think that was really nice. Maybe we'll see more come of that. Maybe we won't. Who knows? But
I still can't get over how like he's like 22, but like he just seems old.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, look,
he's anime.
Whatever happened to his neck probably made him really tired. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting that level of just like, come on, man, it's Tuesday. I don't want to do the paperwork. Can we just go home?
Yeah, he's got so much like 40-year-old man. Like he's the dad of the group at the ripe old age of 22. Like,
yeah, he's just like, my knees hurt, my back hurt, my wrist hurt from all the paperwork. Nothing sus, and it's just, I don't know, man. I think I wanted more from this. This particular episode. I think maybe this is the problem with cliffhangers, right?
Yeah.
Like if you don't have that pendulum swing, like I said in the last episode, if you don't have that momentum of that danger, then swing through to like actually do something on the other end.
Yeah, and it's also we're waiting a week for the payoff.
Yeah, like we could have had something really cool. We could have had something really dramatic. We could have had the team actually be pushed. Like they got pushed with the Macmon episode, right?
Yeah.
Like it was just the three of them. Raina like had the most incredible visceral ankle snap that I've seen in a while, right? Like she was out of commish for a little bit there. She was still running on it a couple of times, but we're not going to talk about that, I guess. But like they actually had a bit of pressure and they actually had to do something. And this time it was just sort of like convenient, and then Pandamon, great solution to the gun.
Yeah.
Get rid of your, your nails.
Yeah. Yeah,
but, cool. I mean, look, I'm still liking the creative problem solving that they're coming up with, even if I'm not enjoying the overall vibe of the episode.
I worry that the creative problem solving will run dry. Like, I've noticed in a lot of seasons of Digimon, they'll have, like, really creative ways of doing things, but then they'll kind of abandon that after 10 or so episodes. Like, Tamers had the card slash mechanic where you got, like, a shield or a hammer or wings from, like, a different Digimon. You would get different parts of the Digimon, and then you kind of run around with that, and you would use that in the creative problem solving. But after, like, I don't know, I want to say 10, 15 episodes, they were just using the evolution plugins or, like, just the speed or offense or defense plugins. They weren't using, like, hey, use, like, these wings from this Digimon or Wargreymon shield. Like, they weren't doing that as much. They still did it a few times, but for the most part, they didn't use those specific Digimon aspects from, like their wings or what have you. They are past, like, the first bit. So I wonder if, like, I mean, I hope that I'm wrong, but I wonder if Beatbreak's going to fall into that same thing of like, oh, well, they used up all the creative problem-solving ideas in the first 10 episodes, so we're going to just result to make the fireball bigger. Yeah, Unga Bunga, bigger fireball, evolve, attack all together, we combine our attacks into a giant fireball. Like, I'm worried it's going to fall into that, because, I mean, I'll still probably enjoy it if it's well-written, but I'm worried that creative problem solving of jam the gun with your claws sort of thing will wear off, because it has in previous seasons that have had like the strategy. Like even Atmon had some pretty creative ideas early on, and while Atmon's my favorite series of the anime, I feel like they used a lot of that creativity in the first bit and then kind of stopped in the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, you bring up a great point about the card slash thing, because even though I really, really, really love Tamers, I totally forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, because they don't do it later on. They result to evolution. And yeah, it's still a good season of the anime. It's like my third or fourth favorite, I believe, but they don't really stick to that using the card slash month. They still use it because it's the mechanic of the show, but yeah, they only do it to evolve or to increase their speed slightly. But for the most part, it's just to trigger evolutions, not doing any of the other card slash mechanics, which, yeah, it was kind of a shame. Because I really liked that. I liked them using different Digimon cards and different power-ups, but they'd stopped using unique ones after, again, 10 or 15 episodes.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just trying to think of anything. I mean, look, there was definitely some good bits, but there's not anything that's like truly stand out that the previous episode didn't already do but better.
Yeah.
Like all the sibling stuff, just sort of the company, the bonding, all of that. I think the last episode did all that better. I didn't think we needed to really rehash too much of it here.
Yeah.
But it did get rehashed, and I kind of understand the why, because we are waiting week by week, as is the nature of shows like this. So they've kind of got to give you a quick little refresher sometimes. And that's fine, but I don't know. I think just that gulf, the expectation between episodes, just may have worked against it in this little setting.
Yep. Yeah, I get what you mean. I don't really have that many lowlights, but again, I absolutely agree with what you're saying. I think it was still an okay payoff from the last episode, but it wasn't like, it felt kind of like by the books, if that makes sense. Like, it didn't do anything outstanding. It solved the problem, but it almost felt like, I don't know, more like an episodic show, because at the end of the episode, nothing's really changed much. We do have, Kyo investigating the ministry and the leaked data. Well, we do have that, but it just feels at the end like I felt, oh, well, I guess we're never going to see any of these characters again. We're not going to see Pandemon again. I mean, I hope that we do, but I hope we do. Yeah, I really hope that we do. I hope they're like reoccurring characters, but the episode did finish as, if it was just like an episodic show, like, oh, we met the characters of the weekend, we're never going to see them again. Because even, like, Gekomon didn't seem to learn much about, like, the whole, like, when Tomoro offers him half of his, like, his meat bun, and he's like, you can have half of mine. And then Gekomon's like, oh, thanks. And then he just eats the other half as well.
To be fair, that is very in character for Gekomon, it is growth for Toma. So, if anything, it's more meant to be a cute little moment between them, which is nice. But like, what would have been maybe funny is if he had said, "Yeah, I'll have half, and I'll have half of your half," and then eats the other
that
quarter of Toma's.
Yeah. Like, he's understood.
Like,
he's understood.
Now you have half.
Yeah, he's understood, like, the taking the half, but he's also not understood it. Yeah.
But it's like that one brain cell kind of thing. It's like, well, this one was mine, but I'm having half of yours, which is the half of your half.
Yeah. So we're still having half.
Like, just in one of those very weird, super literal British comedy kind of moments.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look, it was fine. I do agree. Somewhat formulaic. I really wanted to be a lot more positive about this, because when we were watching, I was having a good time.
Oh yeah, I was
thinking back on it, it's just sort of like, oh, that was mid.
Yeah,
which is not something that I really wanted to say.
Yeah, I don't think it was bad, but yeah, I think like mid is a good way of describing it because I feel like mid has like all these negative connotations, but when you think about it,
You know,
it's
it's
mid.
average.
It's average. It
Little.
happened. It's not bad. It's just
Yeah.
kind of it happened. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. I'm not going to say I didn't feel like a waste of my time. I enjoyed it. So I think for me maybe it's like a little more. It's better than mid, but I get what you mean.
I mean, right after a hook for the cliffhanger, I feel that this is probably going to go against it when we get to the rating section. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just sort of like, yeah, no, this is bonk. Like, don't get me wrong. I know I've been fairly pessimistic, fairly negative, fairly sort of like, oh, they coulda. But like, when you look at or at least because I have watched our last podcast leading into this, we were so high up on that energy. You know what I mean? Like we were like, yes, boom, boom, boom. This is gonna happen. This is gonna go crazy. La 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 la. And like right now, like, what's gonna happen in the next episode? I don't know. You know, like there's no threads, there's no crumbs, there's nothing. It's just closed chapter and scene.
Yeah, I think I even
do
said.
hope.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say. I think I even said like last episode that if the episode like this episode is bad, it would reflect poorly on the previous episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I hope, and this is just a prediction, I guess, for the series at large. We get a sort of a journey to the west type story wherein we make all these friends along the way and they all get to show up for the finale. So if we're going along with like the anti-establishment, anti-government kind of themes that are being hinted at but not yet fully explored, or at least that Geo, myself, and I believe you as well were picking up on the anti-egg movement. There could be entirely a basis to see Pandemon roll up again, and maybe as like Shin Monzemon or something like that towards
I'm
the
sorry
end.
to interrupt, but you just reminded me that I kind of missed the boat on making when I was making the ones that walk away from Amalas joke, well not joke, reference last week. I just like thought of when just then it's the ones that walk away from Omelette.
Yep.
I can't believe like I've worked that like that joke just now a week after making the actual thing. I was just like the ones that walk away from Omelette. Oh, it's like the egg. Sorry, continue. I just had to bring up my terrible jokes that just happened in my brain.
I'm so glad you did because this, ladies and gentlemen, is the tangent machine that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
It's Kobe themselves.
Yeah.
But no, I think it'd be really cool to have like maybe even the Mushroom Boys show up later on.
Yeah.
And after they've been befriended with the Glowing Dawn, they help, sort of shake things up a little bit. Like not just being introduced to a bunch of one-shot characters, but then they end up becoming allies and they can show up later on down the line and actually have value.
I mean,
kind of like
that tracks in Digimon. Like that has happened in Digimon before, where we've had like the characters of the week and the support of the week that then show up. It happened in the original adventure. It happened in Cross Wars, where they all kind of like show up at the end to be part of the finale, and we put all our energy into the sky. Actually, it's happened a lot in Digimon. I don't know why I'm saying it's like in these two instances. It happened in 02, where they were just like literally all holding up their Digivices and it was like powering something.
I definitely don't want a Spirit Bomb style ending, but more of like, cool, Pandemon will have specific skills that can help them overcome a particular obstacle kind of thing, right? Where it's more, God, am I going to say it? I think so. It's more like Lego Star Wars, where you need small characters to go through the small bits, and you need characters with guns to solve certain puzzles, and ones with lightsabers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's a tool, there's a job for every tool, and I think that Pandemon could maybe represent a solution to a future problem that we don't know what that is yet. Maybe the mushrooms also represent something. I don't know. Like it would be cool to see how they could weave that in narratively towards an end to make like a really satisfying close for the amount of investment that everybody's going to make in the series.
I mean,
as opposed to like They did the same thing, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because all roads lead to the frontier.
Oh no. Oh
Where
gosh.
they where they just went back through and went, remember all your friends? We killed them and ate them, and now Satan's well fed. How good, right? Like that's very anti
Yeah.
Journey to the West. It's
I love when they
hilarious.
did, I love when they did that when they were just like, hey, hey kids, all those towns that the characters visited and made all these wonderful friends. Yeah, they're all dead now. Like,
Yeah,
what
the
was
one that
their
sticks in my
damage?
head is like the Penguinmon and the Muchomon, just them getting murdered on a fridge or whatever it was
Yeah.
just the funniest thing. It's stuck
Uh,
in my head.
Unintentionally funny frontier. Uh,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I was when you mentioned the Mushroom Gang, they already I was already surprised that they did come back. So that does give me hope that we
Yeah.
will get these the seemingly one shot characters actually come back or reappear and are useful in some way.
Yeah, like maybe just because your Sap Pertama glitched once doesn't mean it won't glitch again, and maybe this time he gets a Woodmon. Ooh, instead of the
Shamble. Yeah.
Shamblemon or whatever it is.
I hate
And then
Shamblemon.
yeah, like maybe he rocks up with a Cherrymon, and like they can start doing weird mist hypnotic things like they were doing with the spores. It just becomes a greater extension. I'd really like to see that kind of payoff for them as a team because going to your own beat and stuff like that. There's going to be a twist. There's going to be a big change. We don't know what it is, but it's coming. Maybe it's the rallying of the vagabonds and all that to take some type of stand against the government because we're all picking up on that vibe.
Yeah.
And I just the hopes are so high for this series, and I wonder if I'm working myself into a fervor that I shouldn't be because there's no way to reach those heights. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, with Digimon, I find it's always safer to tamper those expectations aggressively to just sort of take the expectations you have and just shove them down. Because at the very least, it'll be like the lower you expect it to be, the more you will think it's good. So I've just felt like that's the healthy way to approach Digimon is that this will at some point break your heart in the way that you have hopes for the series and it ends up being kind of mid at best, frontier at worst. Like I had such high hopes for Colin for some reason because I thought the first chunk of episodes were really good, and then they just continuously punched me in the face with my own expectations. Like it's better than Frontier, but that's that's not a hard bar to jump over.
Maybe I haven't done a lot of physical exercise recently, so it could be.
I have. I have.
Oh, is that the gun show, Kobe? What's going on?
It's just me stretching, but I mean, it could be. It's just hard to show them because of the light above.
The lighting,
just making
damn.
it just look like it's just skin. But I work out. I promise.
Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The next LostinTranslationmon signing. If you cross the line, Kobe will sort you out.
I do. Okay, my gym goals are to look like a bouncer. I'm the
Look like a Leomon.
Yeah, I'm the shortest bouncer there will ever be. Oh my gosh, the tangents have started. Do we have any more lowlights?
I just want another episode just to take the taste of this one out of my mouth kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it was bad. Which brings us to favourite character. I didn't even bother changing mine from last week. It's Pandamon/Katakuri.
Yeah, sadly, I'm going to have to go with that one as well. I say sadly because it's an obvious pick.
Yeah.
Kyo didn't do anything, and when he did, it was just have Big Cat be scary. So that doesn't really count. I mean, old man, boss, or Oji-san.
Ripped old man, yeah.
Yeah,
Sasutaka, I think
with the seppuku is crazy,
that
but
was
is it
insane,
MVP?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I did not expect that.
I'm a little overseeing Wolvermon at the moment, despite the fact that I'm actually really excited to see what they can do as far as Digivolution.
Yeah.
Chipromon still using Paralyze Echo is
it's one thing.
Getting old now. I mean, and I know we're going to see it for another couple episodes, just so no worries. But
I liked the headlight eyes. That was cute.
yeah, so I have to go with Pandemon because Pandemon had a full character arc, which is nice for a side character, but not necessary for the show. I feel.
Yeah.
But that's maybe me just wanting to get to the good stuff again.
Yeah. As for rating out of 5, I initially, after we watched it, gave it a 4. But I'm not sure if that's too generous or not. I'll have to look at what I gave other previous episodes. I think I might have enjoyed this more than Family, and I gave that a 3.8. But yeah, at the moment it's a 4. I guess I'll compare to how you ranked it. What was your rating?
Well, I felt that this was very average, very mid.
Yeah.
So for me, it can't go higher than 3.
Yeah.
Like this was a bad momentum swing, leading off from the previous episode.
Yeah.
There are some redeeming qualities. Obviously, like the care that the characters had for one another, the random seppuku ad. Like I feel that there was a lot of really cool stuff, and we've also seen unique ways in which the e-pulse is being used. Which, even though it's a plot MacGuffin, hopefully it's something that they build on, like with the sharing for the explosion between Pandemon and Gekomon. Also, Digimon apparently exploding when they burn through their whole egg in one go.
Yeah, I was like,
That's a thing.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So like, there's some interesting stuff, but I don't feel that there's any substance. So while it's got that interesting stuff, I feel that bumps it up. So for the rating, I said it was mid, and it's got a couple of points for it. That's fine. It's got a couple of points against it. I'm feeling closer to like a 2.5 kind of area.
Yeah.
Like, it had some nice stuff, and the animation quality is still nice.
Yeah.
And
the
and all
animation
that.
quality
So
was great, in my opinion.
it's like maybe like a 2.6, but like I feel really undecided that it should be higher.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have downgraded it to a 3.5. Like I definitely think that it's. I mean, as a standalone episode, I think it was fine, but as like a payoff for the previous episode, which being episode 5, I felt like it did kind of fall off just a little bit, but I still enjoyed it. Like, I'm still looking forward to more, but as a two-parter, it didn't stay up to those expectations.
Yeah, it was like a fart in the wind. Like, something's there, but it's mostly gone.
Yeah. That's a euphemism and a half.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
Yeah. But, so you're going for a 2.6, you said?
I think I am, yeah. Normally I'm like pretty hard, hard line, pretty sort of like, yeah, bang, done, sorted. Everything else I think I've enjoyed so much more than this episode.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it just, God, we could have had something magical.
Yeah. I mean, that makes our ranking compared to previous episodes pretty easily. It's in like last place, but hopefully, I still hope that the series does continue in the way that it's going. Like, if this is the worst episode that we ever get, like that'd be great. But I think I've said that for previous seasons, and I've been immediately proven wrong. So, yikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still optimistic for the show because even then I still enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, pardon me. Sorry, that's that energy drink coming back to bite me in the backside. It was enjoyable. It was just kind of a letdown. That's it. And I will be my thing, as I said earlier on in the whole series. I'm very, very much a narrative guy. I care a lot about narratives.
Yep.
And this kind of just didn't give anything that I really wanted to see more of.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. Like it has to do with the payoff, and it
Yeah,
didn't deliver on that payoff, so it kind of felt flat-ish. Not bad, just not outstanding.
yeah.
Yeah. So, time to move on to Pondering, Postmon, Pat, and predictions. So, first up, we have Kay Sutcliffe Michaelis, who said, I just met Pandamon, but if something happens to him, I will go on a rampage. Tear face emoji. That cliffhanger was painful. Absolutely agree. I was very happy that Pandamon didn't die, because I was sitting there going, like, oh, Pandamon, no! Like, he's a baby.
Yeah, I'm glad he's alive. Wanted more.
Yeah. Next, we have Husfizz Master Quim, who says it's kind of interesting how important some of the Digimon that are recurring in the series are, like, especially ones related to Shambhala, like Gokuamon and Pandamon, which is interesting as they're in the same pendulum color, being Sayu warriors. If the theory of Gekomon becomes Tsukiyomimon is true, makes me wonder if they're going to debut Wankomon and Amaratsumon and have a partner in the anime and have a fusion kind of like the other Sun and Moon Digimon, Dynamon and Apollemon being their own Grace Novamon, with them being like the sixth ranger of the series. I mean, I can see that with the Pendulum Colors coming out in, I believe, February next year, so that would kind of like line up to be whereabouts in the series they would start to be consistently having perfect and mega forms pop up in the show. So that one, I think like that could be accurate.
I mean, look, I'm happy to see it. Like, I don't know very much about Shambhala. I know it's, uh, again, scare quotes, East inspired, right? It's all
Yeah.
very, Oriental in theme and flavor.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious about how that gets explored, because Digimon has very many different worlds with sources of inspiration, and I think I'm more used to, I guess, the Knights of the Round Table being the Royal Knights one, in the whole Drazel dimension. So
And then we've
you
got,
know,
the Olympus 12 being based on the Greek and the Roman gods.
yeah, well, it's more Roman.
They use
I'd
the
probably say
Roman names.
Greco-Roman,
Yeah,
but yeah,
they use the Roman names, but they have their Greek equivalents. Like
yeah,
Athena, for example, that's in the Roman stories, that is Minerva, but they're the
yeah.
same character. They just got different names, like Jupiter being Zeus and what have you. I've been
Yeah.
reading I've been reading Homer's Odyssey. Coincidentally,
Not Homeros's Odyssey?
no, not Homeostasis' Odyssey. No,
No,
but
it's Homeros, because
yeah,
it's Homer.
yeah, but I just wanted to make the extra reference of homeostasis. But
Well, have you been reading the Troy story?
Troy story.
That's what the Iliad literally translates to,
Yeah.
the Troy story.
No, I'm reading well, actually I'm reading Ovid next, but I do want to read Iliad after that. And then probably Kafka. I don't know. I'm having like this reading moment where I just and Dante's Inferno. I'm reading. I'm
Let's see how
enjoying.
well that goes.
Yeah, I'll just I'm jumping all across like the world in terms of reading things. But anyway, what we
We should definitely jump back to those YouTube
yeah, we
comments
should
for that reading.
definitely do that.
Boom, look at that. Transition.
Yeah. And then we have Lazy Croconaw going to help us out with the One Piece bingo to point out that Pandamon Katakuri has been feeding on Fujitori's VA, which is hilarious. And like, yeah, I'm like, I knew he sounded familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So love that. And
I
then,
do really like the second that these comments get made, I get a message in my inbox from you going, "It was Fujitora!" And I'm like,
yeah.
"Hello? Good morning?"
Good morning. Like because it's like I think it was like very early in the morning, like when I got that, and I was
Yeah.
at the gym, so I think I just messaged you at like 6 in the morning, like at the gym, like
Yeah,
it
so
was
I got no. I
Fujitora.
just wake up to Kobe screaming, and I'm just like, all right,
It's okay.
no worries.
It's a normal. Hey, we went on a road trip, and you worked out that I do in fact sleep, scream, and sleep noise, and sleep bash my
Yeah,
head into White's car door.
I sleep scream too. It's fine.
uh,
I'm only scared of Polish man. It's fine.
Oh, oh no, poor Sean.
Uh,
Yeah. Anyway, the rest of their comment says, as for the rest, this was a great episode and honestly made them care a lot for Pandemon. Agreed. Worry for his destiny in the next episode. Also has to agree the previous episode will work better. It was following this one. And yeah, I was also very worried for Pandemon, but I'm glad that nothing bad happened to the precious Katakuri baby.
something should have happened more, I think,
Yeah.
rather than just being angsty and then karate chopping a tree into a crater. But that's all right.
I mean, I do.
I guess I'm a sadist. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like it was kind of a little bit of a cop out to have everything be kind of fine, like no one died. Like I was like,
Yeah, it
oh,
was very
Pandemon.
sitcom.
I feel like I probably would have been, as much as I loved Pandemon, I probably would have enjoyed it more if Pandemon died, just because it makes the stakes a bit higher. That the
Yeah.
Digimon that we meet can die, the humans that we meet can die, but Boss was fine, he was alive. Pandemon was fine, he's alive.
Jack.
We're not like getting any payoff of like they're both dying because Pandemon's kind of in a weakened state and he's feeding off Boss's e-pulse and he's kind of getting sick from it. So that felt kind of like there's no real, I didn't feel like there was a real risk there. Having said that, it was cute that Gekomon sacrificed his e-pulse for Pandemon, but if it was just like not enough or both Pandemon and the boss died, it'd be kind of like more like the higher stakes and more emotional, and it would have meant more, but I would have been sad. But also art's meant to make you feel things, and
yeah, disconnecting from the stakes when the team rolls up is not what you want your audience to do.
Yeah, and I already feel like this show seems to not want to really have a body count in terms of like the brother's not dead, Tomi's not dead, they were just the plot sickness, so Tomi's all better now, and the brother will probably be all better by the end of the show. It just feels a little bit like they want it to be a heavier show, they want it to be darker, but coming after Ghost Game when characters did kind of just die, and it just feels like it's a step back, but it's trying to be like a little bit darker, but not actually committing to actually killing anything. We've only seen like that one baby Digimon die, and it was just a mod of the week anyway.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was Bommon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
like the armored Digimon got shot and deleted.
Yeah.
I think we didn't really see the other Hyemon didn't die, did it? It just sort of got smacked around a bit.
Yeah, it became a baby, and Tomura wanted to kill it. Kyo picked the baby up.
No,
and was like, we
the
don't
other
kill.
one.
I thought that was
there was two.
Yeah, that one just kind of like I don't think that one died either. But I'm wondering if this show will be like just forever. Just we won't kill anybody. We'll just kind of like show them in danger a little bit, and maybe they have the possibility of dying. Like we had the boss like ready to commit seppuku, and not actually do it. And we have Pandemon sacrificing himself, but it's okay because we have the magic plot. Yeah, we have the plot device to help you. So I'm kind of worried that it'll just be like consistently saying, "Hey, we could kill characters, but we won't. We'll back out last second, but we'll make you think about it." Like I hope that that's not the case. I mean, I know it's a kid show, but Ghost Game.
I mean, it is PG. So, I mean, at least for our rating system, which requires under 13-year-olds to have parental guidance when watching the show. I don't know what that equates to anybody else's region out there.
Yeah.
But it's basically one step up from like baby's first TV show, and then you get into more mature stuff.
Yeah.
Again, having said that, we did see Leomon get Kali marred in Tamers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like Tamers and Ghost Game exist, and they have death like quite often of both of humans and Digimon. So it's not like it's not possible for Digimon to show that.
Yeah, even early Dragon Ball Z, I think, also had lots of characters getting murked as well. So, and Naruto sure did have it, and that was being aired as a children's cartoon for a while as well. So, I'm not sure if they're going to draw their line around big net catch as many people as possible, or if they're actually going to tune it to the more mature audience that has always been attracted to Digimon, and I think that they should probably, they being Bandai and whomever's overseeing all of this, start leaning
Toei,
into
because
that
Bandai's more
maturity
like
factor.
Bandai's more the toys and the video games. This would be Toei.
Yes, and Toei needs to lean into the more mature audience that's actually consuming the Digimon content in that regard.
I mean, they're
But
doing
that's
fine with
us
One
getting more
Piece.
than what we probably should.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's more or less it. Do we have any other thoughts about the series before I wrap it up for the week?
I just want to double check that we hit all the Postmon Pat requirements.
That was it. We didn't get that many. Nobody wanted to talk to us this week. I'll just double check. Yeah, we only had those 3.
Cool. I just want to make sure we're not missing anyone.
Yeah, I'll check the filters because sometimes like the YouTube filters don't work. They just will put in the weird. Yeah, that there's nothing in the filters there. But yeah,
Alright, cool.
so that was it for the postmans of the Pats. So
See, we care, we check. We want to
do.
make sure that everybody gets seen and heard.
And if I somehow missed it, I'm sorry, but those were all the comments for episode 5 that I could see. So I only checked the ones for episode 5 because we obviously were able to do Postmon Pat last week. But in any case, thank you so much for listening. We're going to be watching and talking about episode 7 next week, which is called Narinso. Now, I did look up what this was to give us some sort of context. It is a go away AI overview. I hate you. It is. I hate it. I hate Google AI. I hate
AI, and my name is Toma.
Yeah, no, I just don't like it because as someone who works in the IT profession, it is making people break their computers constantly, and then say, I followed the AI directions and it told me to delete basically my graphics card and just disable it from MS config. So if you have an IT person and you have computer problem, don't Google the AI because it is bad. Call your IT person, say, you're much better than AI, you're so much more attractive than AI, fix the computer please, and then they probably can fix it in about 5 seconds. If you follow AI instructions, you will probably disable various startup things and then call your IT professional and they'll say, I can't fix this remotely, you will have to bring in the computer, and it'll probably take much longer than the 5 seconds it would have that I would have been able to do it remotely. Anyway, that was me on my soapbox.
And for any future IT advice, please feel free to join LostinTranslationmon's Patreon for some amount per month. I don't know what it is, and I probably should, so I can support my friends, my bad. And you can receive their incredible IT support directly into your inbox.
So anyway, so a Narinso is a wild flower native to Japan, often called the wind flower, sometimes nicknamed the white fairy. So yeah, that is it's also got the scientific name, which I'm going to butcher completely because I'm smooth-brained. Anemone flaccidia. So
she sounds pretty.
She sounds gorgeous. She sounds hot. Lovely.
She sounds like ammonia. We'll love that for her. Very clean.
Love that. Very slay. Anyway, yes, Queen. So what do we think's going to happen in Narinso, which is episode 7, which is apparently a flower native to Japan?
Interesting.
Palmon.
I am curious, right? Because there's actually a language of flowers, which is not a weird thing at all. But botanists around the world actually know that different plants mean different things.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if, and this is also like, if we want to get real meta, this is where in the first Harry Potter film and book is where Snape asks Harry Potter a bunch of stuff about plants. And it's actually code. He's not actually looking for answers for those questions. He's actually asking he's asking Harry something, or he's saying, I'm sorry that you lost your mother, something like that, through their language of plants. And I wonder what this flower could mean in that language, because my immediate response, without knowing any of that, because I just don't know it, I just know that it exists, like French, is that maybe we see Hitomi come back. Maybe her pre-scrambled Sapotama now has a glitch, and she does get a Palmon or a Lalamon or something, in the whole flower fairy sort of vein. That could be interesting. Maybe she doesn't become a member.
I'm just reading about this flower, if it means anything, and like if it's got any significance, and I can't find it, like, meaning anything.
I have to ask a botanist.
Like,
yeah,
I'm just reading about features and the range. It's apparently in China and Korea and Japan. It's basically grown as an ornamental plant in places such as Sweden, but I can't find if it like means anything. But now I guess I know about plants, so that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's just my thing is that I would either expect a plant-based enemy to arrive, or maybe it's a callback to Hitomi, maybe now closing up a little bit more of, or not closing, but sort of jumping back into Toma's life, making things a little bit difficult for him. Who knows? Obviously, that's more of wild speculation on my part, but we could run into a flower-based problem potentially, or we could be mourning. I don't know if these are for funerals. It just says ceremony.
I couldn't find any meaning of it. It's just apparently like a native flower, unless that was like through 5 seconds of Googling, so I'm sure I could have found a lot.
You better not have used that Google AI after being on that soapbox.
No, I didn't. I actually used my brain. And like I went to like the Wikipedia, which is still a resource. I found it on the there's no like known hazards to it. It's not a weed.
Doesn't have a digital hazard. Ooh.
No known medical uses. The edible parts of the leaves. On like a botany.
Usually website.
Yeah, there's no like other uses, none known. So yeah, it's just a flower. It's a pretty flower. It doesn't have like, it's like me. It's like nice to look at, but pretty useless. From what I could tell.
I was just going to say white fairy. And leave.
I am very white. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it said. It said white fairy. And I'm like, damn, there's a joke there. I could use that, and then you just set it up perfectly. Thank you.
I'm glad that I set it up, but no, I am like shockingly white. It is true. I'm very pale.
We've entered the vanity arc of the podcast now.
Yeah, I can't actually go in the sun. Like, I can't like go outside in summer because I'll just explode. You can see like my great genetics of just being just boring. Just go into the sun. Anyway, yeah. So
What are your predictions?
I don't have any. I was hoping to find something really like clever to say about like what the flower is used for, but apparently it's just a flower. It could just be like, I don't know. These names for the episodes haven't been like super revealing. Like, we haven't had any like Gekomon evolves kind of like the episode that just tells you what's going on. They've all been kind of like
the alliteration episode names in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like bouncing bee drills. Da-da-da-da-da. You're like, well, okay.
Yeah, there's no like, there's nothing super revealing in this. I did watch like the next time on, but I wasn't like super paying attention because I was like writing up my notes. So I just know that the main characters are in it. Like, I know that Tomoro's in it. Like, that's all like I got from like. I think Gekomon's hungry, but that's about it. But in terms of predictions, I don't really have any.
Wait, what if it's a code name?
Oh, or maybe it's like a character's name.
Yeah. Like Kyo digs a little too deep into the ministry stuff and ends up having to track down someone with that code name. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's like one of the gym leaders, and we finally learn about like the gym leaders or whatever.
This is me riffing on the White Lotus community that is in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Isn't that also like a TV show called The White Lotus? I think like
isn't everything called anything?
Isn't like,
you know what I mean?
It's like, I think Jennifer Coolidge is in it. Like, I love Jennifer Coolidge so much.
Like Stifler's mom's got
yeah, basically. Like, oh my god, I love Digimon. That's amazing! Wow. I can't do
God,
it.
let's Digiball.
Why does everyone does a better Jennifer Coolidge impression than me? Like I need to like work on that. Like
I would love to work on her as well. Anyway.
Jeez, oh my gosh. Anyway, we're gonna wrap
Tiffler's
this
mum
up.
has got it going on. I will stand by my statement, even in sing song.
Yeah, true. I mean that was the character. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up before we continue on about unrelated things to Beatbreak for another hour of our lives.
Yeah, before you lose future sponsors. Yeah,
yeah, that is true. Anyway, so thank you so much for listening / watching. If you are listening / watching this on YouTube, please do the like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell thing, and I'd really appreciate it. You can contact
hit the things that make the dings.
Hit that bell. You can contact me and stay updated. You can leave me a comment on this episode on YouTube to join the conversation. And for a full list of ways to find the podcast across the internet, you can head over to my link tree, which is linktr.ee/LostinTranslationmon. If you enjoy the podcast or videos, you can show your support by signing up on Patreon and get some cool rewards and help me hit some milestones. And apparently those rewards now include tech support or something.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, I've been doing tech support for like various friends lately, and they're just like, and I just help. I'm like, just unplug it, leave it off for like 30 seconds, hold down power button for 60 seconds, plug it like while the power's off, and then plug it back in, and it works, and it does.
That one was free. If you want paid advice, boom, Patreon. There you go.
There we go. I've even got my own like manager over here. Guz. Anyway, so thank you.
In this case, I think I'd be your pimp.
Yeah. Oh no. Anyway, so thank you to my cosponsors on Patreon: Stephen Reeves, who is Wild64 and Archive Our Own; Katawashi, Neobu, who says you to follow Chisai on Twitter at Chisai236; Lizmud, who is Electmon on Tumblr; Nicholas, Magnus, Lucas, Jasonmon05, Patrick, Jason, Shelby, Digital Hazard, who's on Twitch at The Digital Hazard; Tropimon, Vmon, Tamer, Kasai, Big Bad, Beetleborg, Flavin, Bent Archer, Cappy, Cyber, and Voltic Helbid. You can also make a donation on PayPal, which we found linked in the description. It's paypal.me/airdramon. You can also make a one-off donation on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/airdra. And I managed to do that without flubbing, so I'm kind of actually proud of myself, but it's okay, because I flubbed a bunch in the intro, which, if you're a Patreon supporter, you get access to me not being able to put any amount of words together at the start for a solid, 5 minutes. But in any case, yeah?
There you go. Even more reasons, mate. Jump on in.
Yeah.
Follow that link below.
Yeah, the link below, in the description, or I think at the end of the video, it's in the one of the corners. I can't remember which corner. It's been yonk since I set up the...
Yeah, plus you flip the recording as well.
No,
video image. You don't?
Nah.
That means that I've been setting this up wrong the entire time. Amazing. I love that.
I mean, I don't
Cool, I'll work on that in the future.
Alright, I've been wondering why you've been facing away from me this entire time.
Oh, that's because apparently I'm stupid. Let's go, team.
Mood. Anyway, so again, thank you so much for listening. Do the like, comment, subscribe, etc. thing. And thank you, of course, Guz, who exists on the internet now when he's not facing away from me.
I certainly do what I can, how I can.
Yeah, do you have anything you want to plug, or are you just going to plug me?
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh dear.
I meant plug...
Your channel, yes.
Plug my channel.
Or to repeat, spruiking your Patreon.
Yes, spruiking, yes. That's the better word.
Spruiking is the word you were looking for. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to leave you with that thought. We'll see you in the next one.
Alright, see ya. Bye.
Bye.
I'm dead now. This is the... I'm dead.